We're diving into the fascinating world of the 1967 no-mint Mark Washington quarter. This seemingly ordinary coin has a history as rich as its potential value, and some rare examples have left collectors in awe and their wallets wide open. Stick around to learn how this coin made history, why it's so valuable, and how you can check if you have a fortune sitting in your loose change. Let's go back to the 1960s, a turbulent but exciting time in U.S. history. The 1967 Washington quarter was minted during an era of major changes in the world of coin collecting and production. But what makes 1967 unique? Well, at the time, the U.S. Mint had stopped using mint marks entirely. Why? It was part of a government effort to discourage coin hoarding. Here's the backstory. In 1965, the U.S. faced a severe coin shortage caused by hoarders collecting silver coins for their rising value. To combat this, the Coinage Act of 1965 eliminated silver content in dimes and quarters and introduced a copper-nickel composition instead. At the same time, the U.S. Mint decided to remove mint marks from all coins between 1965 and 1967 to stop collectors from targeting specific mint locations. That's why the 1967 Washington quarter has no mint mark. Alright, so the 1967 Washington quarter itself may not seem rare at first glance. After all, over 1 billion of these coins were minted. But here's the catch. Most of these coins were heavily circulated, meaning they show significant wear and tear. Finding a 1967 quarter in pristine condition, known as mint state, is incredibly rare. And that's where the big money comes in. In fact, collectors and grading companies like PCGS and NGC place a high value on coins graded MS 67 or higher. These coins are virtually flawless, and only a handful of such high-grade 1967 quarters exist today. So, what's the actual value of the 1967 Washington quarter? In circulated condition, these coins are worth their face value, just 25 cents. But if you've got a high-grade version, that's where things get interesting. For example, an MS-67 graded 1967 quarter has been known to sell for thousands of dollars at auction. And the Holy Grail? A stunning MS-68 quarter, which is nearly perfect, was sold for an unbelievable $25,850 in 2020. Yes, you heard that right. That's nearly $26,000 for a single quarter. Why so much? It's all about rarity and demand. There are only a few coins in this top-tier condition, and collectors are willing to pay top dollar to own them. Now that you know the potential value, let's talk about how to identify a valuable 1967 quarter. Here are the steps. Check for minimal wear and strong details. The more flawless the coin, the higher its grade. A sharply struck coin with clear details will fetch a higher price. If you think you have a high-grade coin, send it to a reputable grading company like PCGS or NGC. They'll certify its condition and authenticity, which is crucial for selling it at auction. Also, keep an eye out for rare errors. These could include doubled dies, misaligned strikes, or other minting mistakes that can make your coin even more valuable. And here's a bonus tip. Some 1967 quarters have errors or unique features that make them even more valuable. For example, keep an eye out for double die obverse errors or coins with off-center strikes. These can significantly increase the value of your coin. So, there you have it, the incredible story of the 1967 no-mint Mark Washington quarter. From its historical significance to its jaw-dropping auction prices, this humble coin is proof that there's treasure hiding in plain sight. Now, it's your turn. Go through your change jar, check your coin collection, and who knows, you might just discover a hidden gem worth thousands or even millions of dollars. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and ring the notification bell so you don't miss more amazing coin stories. And let me know in the comments, have you ever found a rare coin? I'd love to hear your stories.
We're diving deep into the world of the 1979 mint Mark Washington quarter-dollar coins. We'll uncover their history, their value, and what makes certain ones so incredibly rare. Let's find out if you have a jackpot coin hiding in plain sight. The Washington quarter has been a staple of U.S. currency since 1932, celebrating the legacy of George Washington. but the Iliada 979 quarter, minted in Denver, stands out for more than just its place in history. In the late 70s, over 500 million quarters were struck at the Denver Mint, identified by the small D mint mark on the coin's obverse, just to the right of Washington's neck. While most of these coins were used in everyday transactions, a few special ones have become highly sought after by collectors for a variety of reasons, including errors in pristine conditions. So, what makes some Iliada 979 quarters worth so much? Let's break it down. Number 1. Errors. Coin errors are like hidden treasures for collectors. Double days, off-center strikes, or even minting defects can turn an ordinary coin into a collector's dream. Number 2. Condition. Coins in pristine, uncirculated condition are much rarer than those that have been in circulation. These coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70 by the Professional Coin Grading Service (PCS) or the Numismatic Guarantee Company (NGS). Coins graded as M67 or higher are incredibly rare. Historical significance or unique provenance. Some coins become famous due to their unique story, a celebrity owner, or an auction where they fetched a jaw-dropping price. Now, let's get to the juicy part. How can a quarter be worth millions? Let me show you. In recent years, certain Iliada 979 quarters have fetched extraordinary prices at auction. Why? Because they combine rarity, condition, and sometimes one-of-a-kind errors. For example, a pristine M67 grade quarter or one with an exceptional error could sell for thousands of dollars. While a perfect M70 grade might seem like a myth, if one were ever discovered, it could potentially sell for millions. It's all about the details. Collectors are willing to pay top dollar for something truly unique. So, how do you know if your Iliada 979 quarter is valuable? Here's what to do. Check the mint mark. Make sure it's a D for Denver. Step 2. Look for errors. Use a magnifying glass or microscope to spot doubling, off-center strikes, or other anomalies. Step 3. Assess the condition. If it looks uncirculated, it could be worth sending to a grading service. Finally, Step 4. Do your research. Sites like PCS and NGS have databases of past auction results and coin values. And if you're still unsure, consult a professional coin dealer or appraiser. The Iliada 979 Washington quarter might not look like much, but it's proof that sometimes the smallest treasures can have the biggest surprises. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just someone curious about the change in your pocket, it's always worth taking a closer look. So grab your quarters and start hunting. And don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss our next deep dive into the fascinating world of rare coins.
We're diving deep into the fascinating world of the 1995 D Washington quarter. That's right. This everyday coin could potentially be worth millions under the right conditions. So, grab your pocket change, and let's find out if you're sitting on a fortune. First, let's talk history. The Washington quarter was first introduced in 1932 to honor the 200th birthday of George Washington. It replaced the standing Liberty quarter and became an instant classic. By 1995, this iconic coin was still being produced, but it was no longer made of silver. Post-1965 quarters were struck in a copper-nickel-clad composition. But what makes the 1995 D Washington quarter so special? Well, its Denver Mint origins and a few key factors that we'll dive into right now. The D Mint mark you see on this coin indicates it was minted in Denver. In 1995, over 1.1 billion quarters were produced in Denver alone. So at first glance, you might think this coin isn't anything extraordinary, right? Well, think again, because rare errors, high-grade examples, and unique die varieties can make this quarter a jackpot for collectors. Now here's where things get really interesting. The 1995 D Washington quarter has a few known errors and varieties that collectors are willing to pay big bucks for. Let's break them down. These occur when the dies strike each other without a planchet, coin blank, in between, leaving ghostly impressions on the coin. These coins are struck off-center, leaving part of the design missing. The more off-center, the more valuable. Look closely at the lettering and numbers, especially on the obverse, front, of the coin. A double die error creates a doubling effect on the text, and collectors love these. Some 1995 D quarters were accidentally struck on defective or improperly prepared planchets, giving them unique characteristics. Okay, so you found a 1995 D quarter with no visible errors. Is it still valuable? Absolutely, if it's in pristine condition. Coin grading plays a huge role in determining value. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70 by organizations like the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, and the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation are typically worth only face value 25 cents. Uncirculated coins with an MS-65 grade or higher, however, can fetch anywhere from $15 to $50 depending on demand, and if you have a flawless MS-68 or MS-69 coin, you're looking at hundreds, if not thousands of dollars. And don't forget, some graded 1995 D Washington quarters have sold at auction for over $1,000, and rumors of million-dollar error coins keep collectors searching. Look for the D mint mark on the obverse side, just below Washington's neck. Inspect your coin for errors. Use a magnifying glass or coin microscope. If it looks untouched, it might be worth getting professionally graded. Research recent auction results on platforms like eBay, Heritage Auctions, or PCGS. And there you have it. The 1995 D Washington quarter might just be a hidden gem waiting to be discovered in your pocket change. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just getting started, keep an eye out. You never know what treasures you might find. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe for more amazing coin stories, and share this with a friend who might be sitting on a fortune without even knowing it. We're diving into the fascinating story of the 1981 P. Washington quarter. Why are collectors going crazy over it? What makes it so special? And most importantly, could you have one that's worth a fortune? Let's find out. Before we talk about its value, let's take a quick trip back in time to 1981. The Washington quarter had been a staple of American currency since 1932, created to honor the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. By 1981, these quarters were still being struck in copper-nickel-clad composition, following the removal of silver in 1965. The P Mint mark indicates it was struck at the Philadelphia Mint. In that year, millions of these coins were produced, over 600 million to be exact. So what makes the 1981 P quarter so unique? It's not just about rarity, but also about errors and high-grade coins that command huge premiums in auctions. Now, let's dig into what makes some 1981 P quarters worth more than just 25 cents. Error coins first. Errors. Some 1981 P quarters feature striking mistakes like misaligned dies, double dies, or off-center strikes. These errors can make your coin highly. For example, a 1981 P quarter with a dramatic double die on the obverse or reverse could fetch hundreds, or even thousands of dollars, depending on the severity and condition. Next, let's talk about grade. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with MS-70 being a perfect uncirculated coin. Most coins in circulation show wear and tear, but a 1981 P quarter in mint state, MS condition, especially MS-67 or higher, is incredibly rare. In fact, a 1981 P quarter graded MS-67 or higher could sell for thousands at auction. Why? Because even though millions were struck, very few survived in pristine condition. Could your 1981 P quarter be worth millions? While no 1981 P quarter has sold for millions yet, the key lies in finding one with a unique combination of high grade and significant errors. For example, a rare 1981 P quarter with a unique double die obverse, in MS-68 condition, sold for nearly $1,000 at auction recently. The value skyrockets if your coin has a rare error or is one of the few graded at MS-69 or higher, potentially making it worth tens or hundreds of thousands. Look for any noticeable errors, like doubling on the lettering, an off-center strike, or misaligned dies. Use a magnifying glass for better visibility. If your coin looks uncirculated, consider sending it to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC for official certification. Research recent sales of 1981 P quarters with similar characteristics. Websites like eBay or Heritage Auctions are great places to start. The 1981 P Washington quarter is a fascinating piece of history and proof that hidden treasures might be closer than you think. While not every quarter will be worth millions, taking the time to inspect your coins could uncover a valuable gem. So, check your pockets, dig through your change jars, and start hunting. And don't forget to let us know in the comments if you found a 1981 P quarter worth keeping. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button, subscribe for more content on coin collecting, and turn on notifications so you never miss an update.
We're diving deep into the 1989 Mint Mark Washington quarter dollar, a seemingly ordinary coin that might just be worth a fortune. Stick around to learn its history, what makes it valuable, and why some of these coins are fetching millions at auctions. First, let's start with the history behind the 1989 Washington quarter. This coin is part of the Washington quarter series, which began in 1932 to honor the first U.S. President, George Washington. Designed by sculptor John Flanagan, the coin features Washington's bust on the obverse and the American eagle on the reverse. By 1989, the coin was still being struck in its copper-nickel-clad composition, which replaced the 90 silver version back in 1965. The P Mint mark signifies that these quarters were minted at the Philadelphia Mint, which produced a hopping 512,868 quarters that year. That's over $500 million. But here's the kicker: despite this high mintage, not all 1989 quarters are created equal. So, what makes a 1989 Washington quarter potentially worth millions? It all comes down to condition, rarity, and errors. Let's break it down. Coins in mint state or with a perfect grade of Ms. or higher are incredibly rare. These are coins that have never been circulated and retain their original luster. Quarters graded by services like PIGS or NGC at high grades can sell for hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Minting errors are the holy grail for collectors. Look for coins with double die obverse, DO, where parts of Washington's profile or text appear doubled. Another common error to watch for is the off-center strike, where the design is misaligned. There are also rumors of die clashes and other anomalies in the 1989 series that make these coins highly desirable to error collectors. Some coins have a mysterious history or were part of a small batch with unique features. If a coin has a story, collectors will pay top dollar. Now, let's talk about the big bucks. A standard circulated 1989 quarter might only be worth its face value, 25 cents. But coins in pristine condition, graded Ms. or higher, have sold for 1,500 or more, and for the error coins, the sky's the limit. For example, a major mint error like a double die or a high-grade coin with a unique flaw could push the value into the tens of thousands or even millions of dollars. Recently, a 1989 quarter with a rare minting error sold at auction for a staggering 35,000, proving that even modern coins can hold unbelievable value. So, it's time to check your pocket change. Ready to search for treasure? Here's how you can identify if your 1989 quarter is valuable. Look for the P Mint mark on the obverse side. Near the date, use a magnifying glass or coin microscope to spot doubling, die cracks, or other anomalies. If your coin looks uncirculated, consider sending it to a professional grading service like PIGS or NGC. Handle your coin carefully. Use gloves to avoid adding scratches or fingerprints, and store it in a protective holder to maintain its value. Always double-check your spare change, especially rolls of quarters from the bank. Keep an eye out for errors and high-grade coins. If you find something interesting, don't hesitate to reach out to a coin expert or get it professionally graded. And there you have it, everything you need to know about the 1989 Washington quarter, and why it could be worth millions. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to Madollar Coins, and hit that notification bell so you never miss our updates on valuable coins and collectibles. We're diving into the fascinating story of the 1989 Washington quarter, a coin that's more than just pocket change. Stick around to find out what makes this coin so valuable, and how you could turn a 25 cent coin into thousands, or even millions of dollars. let's take a step back to 1983. This was the era of Reaganomics, NDV, and some serious coin shortages. But what makes the 1983 quarter so unique? First, it was minted at the Philadelphia Mint during a time when very few uncirculated sets were produced. That means collectors back then had a hard time finding pristine examples of this coin. And here's the kicker, because of high circulation, most 1983 quarters got heavily worn. Finding one in top-notch condition today is like finding a needle in a haystack. Now, what makes a 1983 Washington quarter valuable? First off, condition is everything. If your coin has minimal scratches, no wear, and a nice luster, you could be looking at a highly collectible piece. Look closely at the AP Mint mark on the obverse side, just below the word Liberty. Also, check for any unique errors like off-center strikes, double days, or missing elements in the design. These errors can skyrocket the coin's value. Alright, let's talk numbers. A regular 1983 quarter in circulated condition is worth, well, just 25 cents. But here's where it gets exciting. An uncirculated 1983 quarter graded M67 by a professional grading service recently sold for over 15,000 at auction. And if you're lucky enough to have one of the rarest era coins from this year, you could be looking at a coin worth upwards of 30,000 or more. That's a huge return on investment for something you might have sitting in your piggy bank. Inspect your coin for the AP Mint mark, check its condition. Use a magnifying glass or loupe for details, look for any signs of errors, consider sending it to a professional grading service like PIGS or NEETS for authentication. But why are these coins so rare and high grades? It all comes down to history. The 1983 quarters were heavily circulated, meaning most coins got worn out quickly. Plus, the lack of mint sets that year made it even harder to preserve uncirculated examples. So, what are you waiting for? Go dig through your change jar, check your collections, or even ask your grandparents if they've got old coins lying around. Who knows, you could strike it rich with a 1983 quarter. And don't forget to smash that like button if you found this video helpful, subscribe for more coin collecting tips, and let me know in the comments if you've ever found a rare coin in your pocket change. Hey, coin enthusiasts and treasure hunters! Did you know that a simple 1995 Mint mark Washington quarter might be hiding in your pocket change, and could potentially be worth hundreds, or even millions? That's right. Some of these coins have a fascinating history and rare errors that collectors are going crazy over. So, how do you spot one of these gems? Stick around, because today we're diving into the story behind the 1995 Washington quarter, its history, value, and the secrets that could make it worth a fortune. Let's start with the basics. The Washington quarter has been a staple of U.S. currency since 1932, designed by John Flanagan to commemorate the 200th birthday of George Washington. The 1995 Mint mark quarters were produced at the Philadelphia Mint, and over 8 billion were struck that year. So, at first glance, it's just another quarter, right? Wrong. While most 1995 quarters are common and worth face value, there are a few that stand out due to their rarity, unique errors, or pristine condition. Some 1995 quarters gained attention because of error coins. These are coins that were struck with mistakes at the mint. Examples include double die errors, where parts of the design, like Washington's profile or the lettering, appear doubled. Another exciting find is the off-center strike, where the design isn't properly aligned. These errors make a coin highly collectible and drive up its value. Depending on the severity and rarity of the error, these coins can sell for hundreds to thousands of dollars at auctions. And sometimes, these errors go unnoticed for years, until someone like you finds them. Another key factor in determining the value of a 1995 quarter is its condition. Coin collectors use a grading scale from poor, bad, to mint state, M70. A coin in pristine condition, free of scratches, wear, or discoloration, can fetch significantly more money than one that's been heavily circulated. If you think you have a valuable 1995 P quarter, it's worth getting it professionally graded by organizations like PIXRNT. A high-grade quarter can increase its value dramatically. Now, let's talk about the jaw-dropping numbers. While most 1995 P quarters are worth face value, some error coins or high-grade examples have sold for thousands at auctions. For example, a 1995 Washington quarter with a rare double die error sold for over 1,000. And while it's rare to find one worth millions, never say never. Unique circumstances, like an undiscovered error or high demand from collectors, could send the value skyrocketing. So, how do you know if your 1995 P quarter is special? First, look for any oddities, like doubled letters, unusual designs, or misaligned strikes. Next, inspect its condition, and see if it's uncirculated. Finally, store it properly to avoid damage. Use coin holders or capsules to keep it safe. And remember, if you're unsure about its value, reach out to a trusted coin dealer or have it graded professionally. Who knows? You might just have a hidden treasure in your hands. So there you have it, the fascinating history, potential value, and tips for spotting a rare 1995 mint-mark Washington quarter. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up, share it with your fellow coin enthusiasts, and don't forget to subscribe for more tips and coin collecting adventures. Hey everyone, welcome back to $1 Coins, the place where we uncover the hidden treasures in your pocket change. Did you know that some 1995 Washington quarters could be worth millions of dollars? That's right. A humble quarter you once used to buy a soda might now be the key to a fortune. Stick around as we dive into the fascinating history of this coin, how to identify its value, and what makes it so incredibly rare and desirable for collectors today. Let's start with a bit of history. The Washington Quarter series began back in 1932 to honor the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. By 1998, the series was nearing its conclusion as the U.S. Mint prepared to launch the wildly popular State Quarters program in 1999. So what's the story behind the 1998 Washington Quarter? The mint mark signifies that this coin was minted in Denver, Colorado. Over 827 million of these coins were struck that year, making it seem like a very common coin. But here's where things get interesting. Among these millions, there are a few coins that stand out due to unique errors, high-grade conditions, or their rarity in perfect states. Some 1998 quarters have rare minting errors, like double days, off-center strikes, or even planchet errors. These mistakes, though unintentional, make the coins incredibly valuable to collectors. Coins graded by professional services like PIX or NIC as M67 or higher are extremely scarce. For perspective, out of millions of coins minted, only a handful have achieved these pristine grades, which collectors are willing to pay thousands, if not millions, for. Sometimes coins become more valuable due to unique features or their history. For example, some 1998 quarters have been auctioned off for eye-popping prices due to their incredible luster, toning, or a combination of these rare characteristics. Look for the small D on the reverse side of the coin, to the right of the ribbon tying the olive branches. Use a magnifying glass to spot anomalies like doubling on the text or design. Pay attention to areas like the word Liberty or Washington's profile. If your coin looks flawless, consider sending it to a grading service like PIX or NIC for certification. Even minor imperfections can make a big difference in value. Check recent auction sales online to see if similar coins are fetching high prices. Websites like eBay or Heritage Auctions are great places to start. Some 1998 quarters have made headlines in recent years. In 2020, a 1998 quarter graded M68 sold for a whopping 5,500 at auction. And while most of these coins won't reach seven figures, those in perfect condition or with rare errors could easily bring in thousands. Imagine finding that in your change jar. Start with what you have at home: old jars, piggy banks, or even rolls from the bank. Purchase unsearched coin rolls from banks or collectors to increase your chances of finding a rare gem. Get involved in coin forums or Facebook groups where enthusiasts share tips and discoveries. Remember, patience and persistence are key in coin collecting. You never know when you'll strike gold, or in this case, a valuable quarter. And there you have it, the incredible story of the 1998 Washington quarter. From its historical roots to its potential value today, this coin is proof that treasure could be hiding right in your pocket. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to channel name, and hit that notification bell so you never miss another coin collecting adventure. And let us know in the comments, have you found any rare coins in your collection? We're diving deep into the fascinating world of the 1986 Mint Mark Washington quarter, a coin that's become a hot topic among collectors. Stick around as we uncover its history, what makes it valuable, and how you might strike it rich if you own one. The history of the 1986 Washington quarter. The 1986 Washington quarter is part of the Washington quarter series. First introduced in 1932 to commemorate the 20th anniversary of George Washington's birth. By 1986, this iconic coin was a regular part of U.S. currency, minted at the Philadelphia Mint, hence the P Mint mark. But here's where things get interesting. These coins were struck during a transitional time in American coinage history, making certain versions of them exceptionally rare. Segment 2. What makes the 1986 Washington quarter valuable? Most 1986 quarters are worth their face value, just 25 cents. But certain factors can make them extremely valuable to collectors. Let's break it down. Mint errors. Coins with minting errors, like off-center strikes, double dice, or missing elements, can be worth hundreds, or even thousands, of dollars. These errors are like golden tickets for coin collectors, high-grade specimens. If your 1986 quarter is in near-perfect condition, graded in 67 or higher by the Professional Coin Grading Service, PGS, it could fetch a premium price. Recently, a high-grade 1986 quarter sold for over $7,000 at auction. Unique characteristics. Look for initial features, such as variations in the mint mark or exceptional luster. Even subtle differences can significantly increase a coin's value. Look for the P mint mark on the obverse side of the coin, just above the date. If it's missing or looks unusual, you might have a rare variety. Use a magnifying glass to check for scratches, dents, or discoloration. A flawless coin is more likely to be valuable. Look closely at the details. Are there doubled letters, misaligned designs, or other oddities? These could make your coin worth thousands. If you think your coin is rare, send it to a professional grading service like PGS or NGC for verification. Now, here's the part you've been waiting for. Could the 1986 Washington quarter really be worth millions? While most 1986 quarters won't reach these heights, a perfect condition, error-laden specimen could easily break records at auction. With demand for rare coins skyrocketing, collectors are willing to pay top dollar for unique pieces, and let's not forget, you never know what treasures might be hiding in your pocket change or coin jar. If you think you've struck gold with your 1986 quarter, here's how to cash in. Professional grading is essential to prove your coin's authenticity and value. Sites like Heritage Auctions or eBay are great places to start, but local coin dealers might also make an offer. Don't rush into a sale, compare offers to get the best deal for your coin. Call to action. So there you have it, the history, value, and potential worth of the 1986 Washington quarter. If you've got one of these coins, it might be time to take a closer look. It could change your life. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you never miss another treasure hunting tip. And let me know in the comments, what rare coins do you have in your collection? We're diving into the fascinating story of the 20 Mint Mark Washington quarter dollar, its history, hidden treasures, and why collectors are paying a fortune for certain coins. Stay tuned, because by the end of this video, you might just want to dig through your change jar. The Washington quarter has been a staple of American currency since 1932, when it was first minted to honor the 20th birthday of George Washington. Fast forward to the year 2000, the S Mint was producing quarters as part of the iconic State Quarters program, celebrating all 50 states. The 2000 quarter, minted in Philadelphia, was part of this series, and it features designs for Massachusetts, Maryland, South Carolina, New Hampshire, and Virginia. The obverse of the coin bears the familiar profile of George Washington, while the reverse features unique designs based on the state being commemorated. Over 8 billion 2 iliadap quarters were minted, making them common in circulation, but not all quarters are created equal. So, how does a 25-cent coin turn into a $1 million treasure? It's all about rarity, errors, and condition. Some 2 iliadap quarters have fascinating errors or anomalies that make them highly desirable to collectors. Let's break it down. Minting errors: quarters where the design isn't properly aligned, coins where the design appears to be double due to a die error. When part of the coin's edge is missing, these errors are rare, and collectors will pay a premium for them. High-grade coins: quarters in pristine, uncirculated condition with no scratches or wear can be worth thousands of dollars. Coins graded in Shiaset Iosum or higher by grading companies like Pigs or NG are incredibly valuable. Special varieties: there are rumors of unique prototype coins and experimental pieces from this time that could fetch millions if discovered. Located just above the date. This confirms it was minted in Philadelphia. Inspect words like Liberty or In God We Trust for doubling. Look for off-center designs, missing details, or initial shapes. If your quarter looks flawless, it might be worth getting graded. To maximize your quarter's value, consider sending it to a professional grading service like Pigs or NG. A high grade could turn your coin into a jackpot. In recent years, Washington quarters with rare minting errors or high grades have sold at auction for tens of thousands of dollars. Some early state quarters from this series with unique varieties have even crossed the $1 million mark, making them some of the most valuable modern coins. So, while not every 2 iliadap quarter will make you a millionaire, it's worth checking yours carefully. You never know what treasure might be hiding in plain sight. Always use gloves to avoid damaging the surface. Use coin holders or albums to protect your collection. Check recent auction prices or consult a professional appraiser to avoid undervaluing your coin. Join coin collecting communities. Online forums and local coin clubs are great places to learn and share knowledge. And there you have it, the incredible story of the 2 iliadap Washington quarter. Now it's your turn. Go check your spare change, look for those hidden treasures, and let me know in the comments if you found anything rare. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on more coin collecting tips and fascinating stories.